Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. It's that time. Stream time is now becoming sun time, and I hate it. I don't hate stream time, but I hate sun time. It's the worst. God damn it. Oh, good guts. How's it going? I'm doing well. Goddamn sun time. April Fools. I get it, good guts. I get it. Yep, yep. You guys say the opposite things today? I believe you mean such an inconvenience. Inconvenient is an adjective. You have an inconvenience something. Or if you wanted to be a noun, the inconvenience. Of course not ESL, yeah. I'm curious how long you can keep it up. Yeah, imagine talking like that is gonna take a lot of effort. Anyway, it is already warm in my room. I don't know why. It is, well, I know why. It's the damn sun. Outside, mind you, it is 53 degrees. Oh, sorry, it's 49 degrees right now. It is 49 outside, and it's heated up to 73 in my room. I don't like 73 in my room. 73 where a little away where the actual sensor is. Where I am, I'm closer to the computer, so it's warmer here. It's probably closer to like 75 here. It ain't pleasant. But I don't want to set up the air conditioner again already. We're just hitting April. I guess from April to December, I'm going to need to have the air conditioner. Yeah. I don't like it. Anyway, yeah, devlog came out today. That's pretty much all I got. I was also thinking of making a video of PCG, how to do like a roller coaster type setup, where you can just have like a rail, like those old wooden roller coasters, where you have just it goes up and down, and then the pillars that are holding it always automatically connect to the ground, no matter how tall or short it is. That could be fun using some of the new features, like raycasting of PCG. Maybe. I still need to finish figuring out grammar, but I'm surprised no one has done simple videos on grammar, and I understand why. I kind of understand why, but I don't like it. Anyway, today is Game Dev Day. Yay! As we'll see if I don't burn up, honestly. If it gets too hot in my room, I mean, it's gonna be either rough or I won't be able to stream, but we'll see which one it is. Hopefully it'll be fine. So last night we were working on the laser beam, where it needs to, if it's not hit, no, this is wrong. This is where it was wrong. If it was not piercing, then we wanted to do this. Then we want to do what it used to do. But if it is piercing, instead of doing this, we do a line trace. And then we place it at the location of the line trace. Theoretically. See if this works. Basically, we just need to fix the laser beam. Right, so we have this. Oh no, in either case we want to do this. So if it's a hit of any kind, we want to do this. So if I make this piercing, why? Hey, Stormrun, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Why is it so far off? Is it this? Fate led you here? You've been sleeping all day and you're working on some Niagara? Well, welcome. Do I have... Wait, what? Did I give myself... So that's... It's offset, but I don't have... Piercing. Wait, what? Why is piercing, like, hitting there? Ignoring the player. Trace to... this distance. Should I add a little bit of a distance here? Let's say add. Because it should be off of the... This is from trace start to the location in world space. Maybe I should offset it at the beginning. Yeah, there's been sounds here for a while. Let me get rid of this guy so I don't have to deal with him. Yeah, we've had, well, for a while, I say that. Like, what, last month? So, 2 months ago is when I was working on sounds? I want to say. Why is... Why is it stopping there? I don't understand. Draw debug sphere. Add the impact point. Thickness, I don't know. I am confused. Why is it the way it is? What? Wait. Why is impact point... Well, there's the problem. Remember the problem with spawn actor of class? How it can't be dynamic with input pins? What was the solution? Your solution right now is a function with many equals actor name. Then there was no solution. I told you it was not possible because different things will have different inputs, different things exposed. So it can't work with a variable. Yeah. Well, you can do it like, yeah, hard coded with an enum or something like that. Absolutely. But other than that, yeah, there's no way to do it. Okay, so that's why it's that length. But why is it that length? Okay. So that is so wait. Why? Hold on. Let's do duration. Let's do this one. I have questions. So can I not use the length? Like this is working correctly. Like it's this length, right? This is what I want. But for some reason, it ends up being short. Is that why? I mean, enums are just a variable where you can just do a simple switch or select with based on an input. Yeah, they're very basic in that regard. You do that actor output, then ask if it equals a certain one. Yeah, you can just do a switch based on enum. Switch an enum gets you the what you want. So, are we good now? Why? How is it even shorter? Hey, what? How is it shorter? It doesn't go all. What? Yeah, so it doesn't change the distance. Okay. For whatever reason, distance doesn't work. Well, how is distance doesn't work? Time of impact along trace direction range from 0 to 1. We can use this multiplied by the max length, theoretically, instead. I mean, we could try this instead. Level blueprint asks if true or false each. Wait, level blueprint? Why are you using level blueprint? Why are you doing game stuff on the level blueprint? You shouldn't do game stuff on the level blueprint. Because then you're. How? Oh, you know, I know why. I bet I know why. Oh, is this why? I think I figured out the problem with this method, and I don't like it if this is the why. No, it's, okay, it's not why. I don't understand. I genuinely, actually, I don't understand. I want to get the distance, this line trace to the hit. And I have the distance. But for some reason, distance times the forward vector, add to the original location, does not result in it going further. If I did an add here, hold on. Let's do like 500. Go 500 units further now. I just want to see if it works. For battle level, the level blueprint asks the third-person character each tick if a camera in the structure is true or false. Okay. First of all, why is it in the level blueprint again? Because you're tying it to that level instead of just you can use it anywhere. And two, why are you doing that on tick instead of just having the event trigger whenever that condition is met? Use an event dispatcher. Dispatch an event when it triggers, and then it'll happen once instead of every tick. Call the level camera. You just get a reference to it inside of the character. Or inside of the game mode, or wherever you want. You know. You can get it anywhere. Getting a reference to the camera is not any different than getting a reference to anything in the world. Same way as you get a reference to any blueprint, same reference as you would get a cube or a character or anything. Nothing's different. Yep. Uh-huh. Is that the right size? I mean, I arbitrarily did 500, but that's like that seems like way too far. But let's see how this is. Hey, Klaus, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nothing there is tied to specifically the level. It doesn't need to be in the level instance. There's some stuff you can put in the level blueprint, absolutely. Like I have my just like loading screen in the level blueprint. Oh, there we go. That works better. Now it's exactly where I expect that dot to be. Okay. Let's change the size of that though. Can I do plus 200? That probably will be enough. But you can change level objects in other blueprints? What do you mean by change level objects? You mean set variables? Yeah, you do that with your character all the time. If I just place a camera in the level, like you need to change to that camera in the level blueprint, but can't access another blueprint. Why not? What's stopping you? Here. Create camera. Camera actor. Right? It's in the world. Here's my player character. Add a variable. Type camera actor. Make it exposed. Right. Like I'm just showing you an example. And then I can even just sample it here. Like there's the variable, right? And from here I can do whatever I want. I can set whatever I need on it. It's the camera asset. So what do I need on this? Get camera. Get camera components. Now we get the camera view, or we do sets, field of view, or whatever else, right? I have a reference to it. And if I don't, right, because if it's for the player, then I can just assign it, do like a get in the world once, or like any other, thing I want. Yeah, there's tons of ways of. This is no different than any other actor in the world. Nothing special. You can't call the level. But again, why are you trying to do anything in the level blueprint? I'm telling you, so you don't need the level. You shouldn't do that in the level blueprint. That's the whole point. Yes, you can't call the level blueprint, but you shouldn't need to call the level blueprint for anything. You did what to get the camera in the blueprint? Well, in my case, I have the character. I put the character in the world, so I just expose it and just set it. Like if your character is like mine, where you just have a player start, right, and you just play and you have the character. I mean, there's like tons of ways of getting the camera. Either one, if you only have one, you can attach it to. You can just do on begin play, spawn the camera, right, and then you have a reference to that camera wherever you wanted it. Like on the game mode, you can spawn the camera on begin play, and then your character can get that reference from them. Or you can spawn the camera from your player, or whatever else, right? And then you just have the reference automatically. And then you can place it into position wherever you need, or do whatever you need with it, yeah. The world's your oyster. Why does the level blueprint exist? Because it's handy for if you want something to work only in that level and no other level, then you can use it there. But for most things, there's no reason for it to put in the level blueprint. Because then it's not modular, right? If you do something and it's only in the level blueprint, then you can't do it anywhere else without copy pasting it. Like I have some stuff in the level blueprint, but the only thing I have is the loading. And even that, I don't need to be actually in the level blueprint. For example, if I go to my hub real quick. Oh, never mind. I actually deleted it from here. This doesn't have the loading. Let me open up this one. There. So this one just does on begin play. It creates a widget, adds the viewport, and then binds to event. This doesn't need to be on. I will move it from the level blueprint to just an actor I can put in the world. Nothing here needs to be in the level blueprint. I just did it at the time because I was doing only on one level, and I was like, it's super quick. Does this even work? But this could be on an actor that I put in the level, and it works fine. So, yeah. Make it more modular then. Because nothing here is required to specifically on this level. Like level blueprint I would use if you're like trying to, I don't know. Like because like I was about to say like, oh yeah, if you need like trigger something specifically, but then if you need to trigger something, then wouldn't you just use a collision or something? I don't know. I don't know what a good use of a case of it is right now. But whatever it is, just keep in mind that when you put it in the level blueprint, it becomes not a modular anymore. Hey, Babak, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. When I started the tutorial, you watched messed. When I started the tutorial, you watched messed you up. Oh, cameras have been in level blueprint your whole dev journey. Yeah, I mean, what is the camera? Like, what is the camera? Do you change cameras in your setup? Is that it? Is that why? Like, what are you doing with the cameras? Because that probably will help figure out what you're doing. Okay, I did want this. Let's see. There we go. That works. And I forgot I need to check it without the piercing. Yeah, that works. I think we want the effect to be a little bigger for the hits. So let's do like, I don't know. 1.5? Let's try one. They're just level cameras like Pokemon. And they change depending on button pressed.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Just switch. And the world switching cameras. Well, like, you say like Pokemon, but Pokemon doesn't have, at least when I think Pokemon, I think, original Pokemon. There's no cameras. You just get you just get the one point of view and that's it. I mean, I don't know. I didn't play like the 3D stuff, so I don't know what's going on with the new 3D ones. They change depending on the button press and if it's your turn. You just put all of that in the game mode. Yeah, you can just set up you can make a setup where it spawns the cameras in position relative to your character or wherever you're doing. And then it will take control, and then the hotkeys will move the cameras around dynamically in any situation. Because I assume you get the same setup for every battle. If you make a tutorial for BCG spawning building next to each other with different sizes, I mean, there's not much of a tutorial to make there. You just do a transform and then you just change the scale randomize. Just randomize the scale and that's it. So you do just a simple transform point, randomize the scale. You need a single node. Great. Transform points node. The most useful node in all of BCG. Not anymore. Buildings are specific that you made? I mean, that doesn't change. You get bounds and extents? I mean, if you're just trying to scale it, then it'll scale it. I mean, unless you're trying to do something else that I'm not understanding. Sounds like you just want to scale buildings, right? To make a 60-second YouTube short on camera switching, you'll get 1 million views. I mean, isn't there a simple there's a simple function for that, built in, right? forget what it's called. Here. Oh, you're trying to like place them without gaps? There's already a you can use grammar for that. DK3D made a tutorial using grammar that does that. So check out his video. I think he does it with books of different widths. Oh yeah, of course, everything could be better, but that doesn't mean like my stuff could be better, but that doesn't mean anything. Here, I'm gonna do a little test here. I had a camera actor here. Okay, put it. Looking at this. All right, let's put a camera actor here. I'll do the same thing I did before. Actually, I'm going to instead on here. I'm begin play. Yeah, we can just do it here. Get actor of class. Camera actor. Let's promote to a variable. I'm doing the dirty way, but just to show you. And then let's do a little button here. What button do we want to make it? Middle mouse button, sure. Middle mouse button. Set active. New active. Unpressed. Probably do a flip flop. First do that, and then self active. Can I just put in camera here? Is it not that one? To make sure that this is even reading my middle mouse button. Okay, it is reading the middle mouse button. It's not set active. I forget what it's called. There's a Can I find it super quick? Get player control. I think this is the one. Set view. Target with blend. Is it this one? New target. Is this blend time 0? Sure. And then false. We just do this. Target self. Target is this. This is self. Ta-da! There you go. Middle mouse button, I swap between cameras. That's all it is. Yep. I mean, it's a simple flip-flop, so it swaps between two of them. My character is invisible just because of the material. I can make him not invisible, though, just for demo purposes. I think it's this one that I need to uncheck. Or not. 0. There we go. Ta-da. Probably be better if I rotated this to 45 degrees. Ta-da! Yeah, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, swap around. I have this static camera, or this one. Yep, player controller set view target with blend. Blend time 0. Here, blend time is in seconds. What is it in? 10. I don't know if it's in seconds or like milliseconds or frame. Find out. Yeah, there you go. It's in seconds. Okay. So if I make this 5 seconds, and then in the camera, I turn off constraint aspect ratio. Play. Fancy. it's even animated. That's why I haven't made. Yeah, that's all you need. As long as you have the reference for it, then yeah, you could swap to it. You can make it fancy. You can make it not fancy. And if you press it while it's moving, then it snaps back to the old one. To be fair, but you should disable the ability to press this during animation. So that's fine. Yep, that's all. This back to where it was. We don't need all this. Goodbye. Okay. So, I don't remember. Did we fix it? Did we fix the projectile thing? Yeah, so that angle-wise, that still is fine. And if I did piercing, it should still be centered, right? Yeah, excellent. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we're good. Piercing is sort of done. We still need to rework the power up to what it piercing actually does. Piercing could do more damage to like the first target and then taper off. So like it could do like 2x damage on the first one and then like 1.5, 1, and 0.5 damage, for example. Right? And it'll just be like a transition. Depending on how many you hit. And then the taper could be, you know, a certain strafe, but I won't worry about that just yet. Let's work on the next power-up that we can do with it. Homing. We can't do homing. I really want to do homing. God, I want to do homing with it. But you can't do homing if you're doing... I mean, maybe you do it with Niagara. I'm not smart enough for that. Basically, like, I would love it because there's games that I play that are like this, where, you know, your player is, you know, here, and your enemies are, you know, like, let's say here, 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 and then you shoot it, and then it basically curves, right, to hit all of them. Binding of Isaac, homing, what's the damn beam called? Oh my god. Binding of Isaac, homing, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter which one. I just any homing laser. See if I can find. Trying to find a good example of it. What I would basically like to have. But finding, like, oh, here we go. This is good enough. So this Binding of Isaac, if no one's ever seen it. And if you pay attention, that beam, right, it curves. It curved around to hit enemies. Like, it has a path that it does, but if it's within, like, a certain distance, left to right, it moves, it bends. And I would love something like that. But how? How the hell? Change it. Yeah, I just recreated Binding of Isaac entirely. Welcome in, ADB. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So yeah, I'd love to do like a laser beam like that. The best I can think of for that is it would just angle the beam instead of where you click or where you're aiming. It will just snap to the closest enemy within that distance. Procedural spline. Problem is the effect is Niagara. Right, and I can't basically I would need to say no more to this nice effect unless I somehow someone has a tutorial on how to make an effect follow a spline. But I don't know if that's possible even. Like, I'm not a Niagara person, unfortunately. YouTube tutorials on cameras are too complicated. You taught me that even though it works, it could be better. Oh no, that was the old one. I thought someone replied. He's disappeared ever since I showed him how to do it. Yeah. I'm not the one who made the Niagara effect, so unfortunately I'm not smart enough to change it. But I'd love to have a homing. I'll put that on my, to-do later list, basically. What I do want to do, though, is multi-hit. Multi-hit is gain. And I'll do bigger version. Multi-hit. Gain 2 extra projectiles, 3 extra projectiles, 4 extra projectiles. Now, the laser is not a projectile. Right? The laser is not a projectile. I get that. But the thought of me having 5 lasers shooting out in like a slight fan just sounds way too awesome to not do. So I don't care that I made it as a projectile. I want 5 laser beams that I'm shooting out of my fingertips. Right? I mean, just let's be honest with ourselves here. We want this. So let's work on that right now. I want to have 5 laser beams. So we're going to change this a little bit, but we should have a single actor that gets spawned that then spawns the other actors, the laser beams. And then when we delete the main one, it will delete all the other ones. That'll make it easier than doing that here. So let's make a new actor. This is going to be our multi-laser spawner, I guess. And basically what we need to do is go to I think it's AC abilities. Projectile attack here. So this execute projectile attack. I basically need to do this, but can I spawn it as a projectile? Oh, I'm curious about something. Can I just spawn it as a projectile? No, right? Because this is... Oh, yeah, this is specifically a projectile class. Okay, so what we can do... I mean, I could change it potentially to be a generic actor class. Nothing about this says I need to... Oh, no, but then I lose the inputs. Oh, that's right. You can't have inputs if you have a variable. It just needs to be locked in of that variable type. I forgot. It is possible. Because I have them here. So what we can do is take duplicate execute projectile attack to be execute laser attack. Is it a projectile class? It's going to be I actually don't even need it. So because the yeah, I don't need all of this. We can simplify all this. So if this is equal to Airblade, pick A. So it's never going to pick A. So it's going to do start offset. It's going to need this. SP45, welcome in. How's it going? Doing well? You've been out of the loop for 2 months with a family emergency. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, everything is resolved in a happy, good manner. Am I crazy, or did the update, the look of the blueprints? No. Exactly the same. It looks cleaner and more organized. No, this is just my normal blueprints. It's just, unlike some people, I organize my blueprints and stuff. That's it. Maybe you've been looking on other people's blueprints and they're just messier, but this is I've always done it. Want any of that? Don't need this. I don't know if start offset projectile damage or reflect projectile. We don't need either. I don't know if this will work, but I'm curious to try. This doesn't need to be a thing because this needs to be specifically of type layer laser. Player ref gets player reference. Touch per second. No, okay, leave the rest as is. You must be going crazy because every even your own projects looks weird. Really? Nothing has changed. Yeah. You know, it's okay. You've been away for a while. You know, Unreal can look strange. I get it. Execute laser attack. What happens if I do this? What happens if I do this? Well, well, starting with the fact that I can't turn it off, but I guess I kind of expected that. Let me try multi-hit though. Okay, it does not work to do what I wanted. It just makes a very big laser. I wanted to check that. Okay, so we'll need to set up an actual thing. Fair enough. I had a feeling that was the case, but I was like, oh, maybe it would work. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the laser spawner. So basically we need to... Actually, I still want to get it because I want to probably just copy some stuff from here. Like, because we need to get the card multi-hit count. You know what? I should do it off of AC ability instead of its own thing. Yeah, instead of this, I'll do it off of AC abilities. Because we have all the variables for like a multi-hit and other stuff here. It would be probably nicer that way. Where is it still being used? Oh, here. Oh, it's player. I'm trying to leave the wrong one. So let's do. I'll still duplicate it. So what do we change here? So first of all, you need to turn off this. So if it's less, then we do this. Times 9, local spread. This is all fine. So then we do a line trace for objects. Because I want to shoot up or down. Yes, yes, yes. And then here we need to change this to be player laser. So again, we'll go back to clear all this. That can all stay. Now, start offset here. Basically, got redoing the stuff that I deleted. But the question now becomes, at this point in time, why would it not work with multi-hit?
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
And that's if it's because this is designed based off of players the player's forward vector, not its own forward vector. So we need to change actually the laser itself. And then we'll be good. Hey, Mike, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Hell yeah. What are you celebrating? Absinthe? You know me. Gotta have my sparkling ice absinthe. I mean, it's a Tuesday. You know, it's Absinthe Tuesday. Everyone knows this. I don't know. I don't think I've ever even seen absinthe, I'll be honest. Is absinthe that color? I'm curious now because you said that. Absinthe. There's an E at the end. You misspelled it. Oh, it is. Look, the fact that you know all of these drinks by just color does worry me. I will be honest. You've seen it, never tried it though? Sure. Sure. So I don't want to get the forward vector of this. I want to get its own forward vector. The location can be of the player. You've only been drunk once in the past 2 years. Man, being knocked out for 2 years. That was one hell of a drink, huh? I can see why you don't drink very often. If a drink knocks you out for 2 years, yeah. I wanted. What were we checking? Oh, multi-hit. Disgraced. Why? Why it no work? Why it no work? Is it shooting multiple? Hold on, is it even shooting multiple? No, it's shooting one. Why is it only shooting one? What's it shooting one? That would make for a crazy story. Drinking something with so much alcohol it puts you in a coma. Had a few people play the game's test demo. One step closer to having Steam page done and ready to go. Nice. You're getting there. You're getting there. So I broke some stuff. I don't know how. But let's pretend it's fine. Ha. Oh, because I'm an idiot. Guys, what do I keep doing all the time? And I will never learn my lesson. It's called making a function and then not using said function and wondering why it doesn't work. Just you know, don't worry about it. Okay, so now it's at least shooting multiple. But is it? Five. Okay. It's shooting multiple now. So now let's go. What's going on? Why is They should all be different rotations. It is. So that's not the problem. The problem is somehow in here. I'm no longer using the forward vector of itself. Oh, hold on a second. Spawn system attached. Ah, okay. Get actor rotation. Is that why? Oh! Now we're cooking. Now we're starting to cook. I just need to go the other way. It's a little offset. It's a little offset. So what I want to do is get actor location, I think. No, I don't want to do that. No. We do want that. I might keep it at 0, honestly. Let's tweak the offset. The offset might need to be in a different direction. Oh, I see what's going on. Don't worry about it. Looks I think it's working exactly how it should. Hold on. So why is it like all offset, right? Basically. Right, I'm shooting this way. It's shooting right 45 degrees. How did that happen? Why is that offset by 45 degrees? And why is it this one that's off by 45 degrees, but the other one's not? No, the weird thing is, for the projectile, it's fine. Right? So if I did the multi with the projectile, and I clicked up, right? It shoots correct. This is correct. And now this is correct, but I had to offset it by 45 degrees. I'm just going to give it a lifespan of like 2 seconds, just so we can test it better. Because now, at least, it'll just auto die right now. There you go. What? Oh, wait, is it? Oh, I see. No, I don't see. There were... Why is it going left here and up here? And left... I'm confused. It's because I'm doing it attached, aren't I? One is fine. That's broken. That's broken. Is the problem, the other problem is with here. We need to get the forward vector of itself. Should be fine. You know what? Spawn system. I can only... Right, I can't do spawn system attached to character or to actor. I have to do to a component. Capsule component. The other problem is the capsule component. For shits and giggles. What if I did the sprite component? Nope. Nope. You know what it might be? I probably need to do set actor rotation or rotate towards mouse first. Or rotate toward cursor first. Because it might be that it's firing before it moves. Okay. If it's not that, what if I did a sequence here, and then this goes on 0, and then here I do a delay until next tick to wait for me to rotate. Ooh. That's bad. So now it's rotated 45 degrees off, which is, yeah, this. So this wasn't a problem, but okay, well that's not working either. Okay. Why? I guess just why. I just want to know. So it gets the rotations. It's getting the rotation from me. And it's adding the math that it needs to push it left or right relative to me. What if I did not do what if I did keep world position and turn off this rotation thing? Just shits and giggles, okay? Okay, that's extra bad. Okay, that's extra bad. Extra bad. We do want the relative offset. Set that to 0 for now. It should be snap to target, really. Keep world scale. Okay, that seems like it's working. Okay, hold on. Then we, like without this, which is good. So then we try it with a multi. Again, right? It's working. Ignore that. We'll fix all that later, and we do multi. And now it doesn't do the angle. Okay, so it doesn't do the angle. Right? Because we're telling it to snap it and the rotation's here. Why does get actual rotation not work then? So this actual rotation is what's broken. Which is extra odd, because that's what we're setting through here. So what if I split this, remote this to a variable, we'll make it expose and spawn. And then we put this inside of the rotation. Here. Would that help? Would it work? No. So for whatever reason, it just breaks. It just breaks. Oh, no, I want to fix the sprite color thing. Got to undo that. So, okay, here's a little test thing. If I set this to, let's say, 45 degrees, okay? Okay, I think I understand what we need to do. It's not that we need to do this. Recombine, get actor rotation. So instead of what we were doing before, here, Don't need this anymore. What I want to do is not have it be added to my current character's rotation. Just its own. I think that was the problem. Is I was adding the rotation it would need to be as a world actor, not a relative actor. I think we don't want to be doing this. That's correct. That looks correct. There we go. That was it. That was it. Okay. Figured it out. So now we gotta fix the other stuff we broke. So first of all, you knew something to do with local world. It always is. Yeah, it wasn't. You were on the right track. Absolutely. Yeah, it wasn't need to convert or anything. It was just I was offsetting him based on my character's rotation when I wasn't supposed to, and my brain was like, "Oh no, you're supposed to," because we did it for the other one. So now, why is the traces and all that not working? So let's start. Let's start diagnosing. First of all, you. Uh-huh. Well, I guess if it doesn't rotate, then that's a problem. Why is actor forward vector just straight? Get actor rotation. There's a way of converting rotation to forward vector, right? If I recall. Rotation to. Is it just get? No. Forward vector. Is it calculates or? Oh, okay. I guess it's that simple. Let's try this. Based off of its rotation. Okay, well that explains why that wasn't working. But hold on a second. Wait. Gets actor rotation. Oh, actually, I want to do this not here. I want to do this on tick. Just so we can see the number. Welcome back, Guts. Are the laser following the spline already? I wish. I wish. Why is it 0? Why is it 0? What about here? Before I attach it, what is the information here? Zero. I'm sorry, how? How's it 0? I hate when it freaking puts it inside of another node. Why? Why do you do this to me? It just hates me. That's the only reason. I know it. No, it's 0. Okay. And if I do multiple. Okay, I get the values. So what I need to do is do the offset. Okay, I know how to do this. So what we need to do is we take this, throw into a variable. This is going to be our rotation offset. Then everywhere we use a forward vector, set we do player reference get actor rotation, combine vectors with the offset. Yeah, and then it becomes forward vector. I bet you that's it. That's what we need to do. Get the actor's roll rotation, not just actor rotation. Well, the thing is, my logic is it's attached to something, and it should be rotating. But I guess it now becomes a relative thing. I might need to do just the relative rotation. We'll see. My braining. My brain. Is it this or just the rotation offset I need to use? You hear that? I'm glad. That means you have not gone deaf as of yet. But don't worry, by the end of the day, there's always a chance. Always a chance. I don't know why I say that. I mean, it's true, right? There's always a chance that you get decapitated by an earthquake. No matter where you live. Right? Because theoretically, an earthquake can happen somewhere in the world, and then it causes something to shatter and then get jammed, and then, you know, once it gets unjammed, it'll get unjammed at such a force that it flies thousands of miles in your unfortunately specific direction, and then that is what causes your decapitation because it reaches you at, you know, near the speed of light somehow. Yeah, it's a tragic thing that, you know, everyone needs to worry about. That looks correct. Did I hear you say there's a chance you will be decapitated by an earthworm? No, I said by an earthquake. Very different. Oh, here we go. That's the stuff. Look at that. That's what I wanted. Okay. Yes, that's the math. Instead of actor forward vector, we need to do this. Let's do collapse to function. Corrected forward vector. Sure. There you go. Okay. Does it need to be a sharp thing? Just a rock can decapitate a person? It can. Yeah, when I was saying it, I was imagining a blade. Like a butcher's knife. That's what I was imagining. Like a butcher knife got like a cleaver got stuck. And then it just goes, and then it just goes, ooh, thousands of miles away, and your head goes, ooh. You know, you always gotta worry about that. So at all times, you should be wary of a flying object in your vicinity. They get you, Mike. I was wondering if they would appear down below. You had to even play back the video, or like, what the hell's going on? Here. You get a victory. Victory for you, Big Guts. You did it. Okay, let's see if it works. Oh, I need to turn off the... Okay, I don't know. Did I press the number? Press Alt-9? Let's turn off the debug. Also, I don't want them as far wide. I want them to be like, let's say, 20 degrees, because I don't want them to be spread out as much. Like the regular projectiles. You good? Oh. Oh, that's so good. The points are not at the tip, though. I think I need to offset them a bit. Also, this is gonna go bye-bye. We're gonna also need to figure out how to make them all turn on and off, obviously, at turn on and off when I let go and click. Get in the laser beam here. Instead of minus 50, this should not be minus 50. If anything, it should be plus 50. If it doesn't hit anything, I want it to be further. Like, that's better. I'd say even like a little further. 50? Will it push back enemies? No. That's better. The laser's a little bit long, though. You need to shrink the laser a bit. X-Lex 2000. Let's make it like... what's it like at like half size? You know, honestly, that's fine. That is plenty. So that means we just need to tweak this to not be as far. So like 125 probably. 150. Yeah, about there. Okay. So now we need to change the right, turn off the lifetime thing. And now we need to basically make an array of the lasers. So let's promote to variable. This is laser hold, or I guess player laser array, sure. Change it to an array. Add. And then we need another function called clear laser array. Sure. That'll be fine. And all we're gonna do is take the laser array, do a for each loop. Destroy actor. And when it's done, clear it. So now it does this. And then here, we can do clear laser array. And we don't need to do any of these checks because it's just now an array that will just complete if there's nothing in there. Easy peasy. Let's see. Did we do it first try? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, a couple of things we still want to do. So, I want to offset it. It's 100x. Or something like that. Yeah, a little bit better. I'll probably want to raise it up a little bit. It's just a tiny bit less. And the other thing I want to do is fix the damn sound because it should not be it should not be that loud, basically. Audio. You. Stop, please. What I wanted to do is... How do I have my other stuff set up? I already forgot. I forgot! Sounds... Sound cues. Wait. Where did I set the... Oh, concurrency overrides. Okay. Override concurrency. 1, 1, 1, 0.1. Okay. Okay. So hopefully now we don't get super loud when we do multiple. I think we need to fix the other one as well. And I think we just need to turn off, honestly, turn off the sound for the other one. So I think what we need to do is under the laser, this guy. Oh, no, this is the laser. Oh, no, it's the right one. So I want to not have audio, which means I need to do audio on pulse. So we should be able to do set bool parameter audio on to be false. And then, why is it so loud? Why is it so loud? Is it not this? Was this not? Was it not this? Is it actually the laser? So it's laser. Okay. So why? Is an attenuation thing. It's the generic one. It's fine. Max count 1. Is it because it triggers at the exact same time? For trigger time... one? I don't think it's this that's the problem. I mean, it kind of is. I mean, the easy test for this is if I set volume multiplier to 0. Oh, I still hear it. So what am I hearing? Well, that's why. That's why it doesn't do anything, because it's not this. What am I... But wait, how? Is there another audio thing? Wait, hold on. But that's what's plugged in here. Let's just double check this one. Audio. Zero. So if I put both of them to zero, right, you don't hear anything. It still plays full volume. I'm sorry, what? Where is the sound coming from then? How is that possible? What is this little tiny thing that's here? I don't even see it. I don't know what this tiny thing is. Oh, I press Control Z and it goes away. Okay, odd. What was this? Max? Oh, the max number of sounds played each tick. 1. Can I just get away with this? One. Nothing works. Where's the sound coming from? Okay, I'm just gonna do a test. I'm going to just delete this entire audio thing from here and from here. If I still get audio, I swear to God. Where's it coming from? How do I debug that? How do I debug a phantom audio effect? What? Okay, what if I... What if I don't do anything on begin play? I don't do any of that stuff. What if I just check, is it still gonna play a sound? Is it coming from the lasers? Yes. Without the lasers, no sounds gets played. What? I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. I can override here audio on. So that works. So it is from here. Wait, now I get no audio at all. What is going on? Why am I getting no audio now? why am I getting no audio now? It's guys, why am I getting no audio now? This is not needed, as I noticed that the audio's off there anyway. But compile, just double check again. It's a little bit of a nightmare. It's working now, but does the sound different to you? Like, it's a different sound entirely. I mean, I guess we did it. I like the audio experience of me spinning it around, if you can tell. Where it does sound like it's going around me. So I like that. You know, a good surround. But yay, we got a laser. I might want to narrow it, though. I don't understand, though. I don't understand why it was not following my options. And then it followed them way too well. And then it started working. Yeah, so it has a 5-second like cooldown, basically. A 5-second limit, basically, on the hold. So this is all working. One thing that I want to do is, do I want to make it a little narrower? I probably don't. Because you really shotgun a mob. Let's take a look. Enemy. Let's just see what happens. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Is the damage even working? It is. But the damage is, of course, considerably lower. Yeah, it's very hard to hit multiple on a single enemy. I think I want to reduce the angle. Yeah, we're going to pretend like everything was fine with the lasers at all times, and we're just going to continue on. So let's do, so 20 degrees, let's do 10 degrees. So basically it'll be plus or minus 10 degrees. Is it plus or minus 10 degrees? I feel like it isn't. 1. Oh, that's a start offset. Oops. That's not what I meant to change. I meant to change. Local angle spread. Otherwise, we do this times 9. Why are we doing times 9? Is this the one that I need to change? I don't remember. It's been so long. Yep, that's the one. That's the one.
Pausing for ads.
That's kind of cool. That's what I was hoping for, right there. Yeah. It's not as powerful as this. Like as a regular hit. Just because you have to hold it on per second longer. Potentially. We'll try the difference after the ads. I want to see if it's how easily I can kill him with the hold versus how quickly I can kill him with the just shooting. Basically buckshot. Like a shotgun. Cause I think the laser's fun. The one I do want to somehow figure out if it's possible to make myself be able to rotate slower while shooting it. Maybe. So you're more like a turret that does, and then I can, if I do that, then I can increase the strength of it, basically. Right? If you can't just 180 it super quick, then I can increase the strength, which could be good. So you can just be like, plant it, and you have a laser. For that, I'll probably need to... There'll be some stuff I need to set up. Sort of like the setup for the bear laser attack, probably. Okay, so we'll do just regular multi-hit. What? Did I not hit him? What? Did I not hit him at point blank? That's a problem. Okay. Let's try laser. Neither one of them is fast. And if I tried regular... Yeah, none of them are fast. Okay. So, we haven't balanced projectiles yet at all, right? Because if I did melee against him, regular attack, same amount of damage as the projectile. But the thing is, the whole attack is considerably more. Right, the whole attack kills him because it's at full strength. And that's after a second and a half of holding. So 1.5 seconds of holding results in 5x damage. Which is probably not enough. I probably need to make it so you can hold it up to so you can hold it longer. If I make it so you can hold it longer, then you won't get up there as quickly, which will balance it a little bit better. But if for whatever reason you're willing to wait, let's say 3 seconds. I think 3 seconds is... let's try that quick. For that, we would need to change this to be 3. And here. Three. No. I thought I just need to adjust that. Oh, it's because of this. I think then I need to divide this by 2. Because I doubled the other one. I think that's the math. Yep, that's the math. Okay, so now this feels like a bit better in terms of like it's gonna hit once and hit hard. Okay, you don't have to charge it all the way, obviously. Right, just do a little bit, smaller one. But if you know he's gonna be there, then you can kind of time it and be good. But still, we want to balance the projectiles. So let's do that next. So let's go to the projectiles. Well, the projectile, is it projectile damage? No, it's from the... It's from the data table, isn't it? It should be coming from here. So if I change this to 50... Yeah, he goes off. Okay. So let's put this back to 25. But the range of it is definitely not high enough anymore. The range of it used to be much smaller. Now we need to just have a wider hit. So what we can do is go to projectile asset spellbolt. So on this one, we can change explosion damage radius 125. We can set it to be like 300. And I want to do a trace on this. Let's see, how big is 300? Okay, 300 might be a little too big. Because I think it's 300 or around 300 for the melee, but melee only does it in front, so it's only halved. So I think what I need to do is change this to like maybe 200. We still want it to be like a good range, like area, but just not nearly as much. Like that'll hit if someone's right there next to him in melee. That'll hit as well. Why did that hit? Oh, that's like starting like way further out. Can we change that? Yeah, the radius on this one's 400. Where did I control the heavy attack? Oh, it's on the animation. It's on the animation. I remember. If I recall, it is on this. Start offset. Instead of 150, let's do like 75. Okay, there we go. Let's do also damage scale is 3, same as the other one. The only thing is my regular heavy attack. Oh, sorry, not that a heavy attack. With the basic attack, heavy attack. Oh, white swipe. Here it is. This one only does the front of it. Has a 400 radius, but it only does half of the 400 radius. Yeah. So for the big one, it is 400 not in front, just everywhere. While the basic attack is 175. So, and again, only in front. So, let's reduce it to 150 to keep it fair. So it's all angles, but then it's 150. And for the big one, we'll say 350. Slightly smaller radius, but it packs. It's a circle versus a dome. Sorry, sphere versus dome. Yeah. Debatable if it makes a big difference, but yeah. Okay. So that works well. But the hold attack, I feel like, should still do more damage. So let's go here and let's change this to be instead of projectile damage, it'll be damage per second. We'll set the default here to 250. And here we'll 25, not 250, 25. And here we'll do get damage per second. Then honestly, let's add a max length in here too. Max length, float value 1,000. There we go. Okay, so now here we have all of this controllable. So if I want to, we can now increase damage on this. Now, again, it is 5x damage. But you have to hold it for 3 seconds. So I want to do 5x divided by 3. 1.66 times 25. So I want to be doing approximately 42 damage a second, which will get me the same amount per time investment. Now, it's not quite as fair, right? Because this one relies on piercing. The other one does not. Right? The melee one just hits everyone in the line, even when you don't have piercing. This one doesn't. I could make it so it does. I could keep it fair and have both of them have piercing attack by default. Or I can increase the damage of it to compensate. I kind of like the idea of keeping the or upgrading the damage to compensate over giving it piercing. Mostly because ranged always has an advantage, right? It's just a safer thing, no matter how you look at it, compared to melee. So it doesn't have the piercing built into this attack, but it'll do slightly more damage. Let's go with 50. 50 damage per second. Which basically is, as long as you're hitting one of the as long as you're hitting the beam, it's double the damage of clicking. But you gotta, stay on him. So it's not terrible. Okay, maybe that's too strong. It's actually a little bit hard to hit. I want to increase the range of the projectile. 50, though, in practice was a bit high. So I think that kills it really fast. So you know what? I take it back. Let's go back to let's go 40. See how 40 feels. Yeah, so that is more of what I want. We'll go 42, which is around what I had. I think 41.6 or something was the actual math I did, but it's fine. Okay. So if we're good with that, you have the benefit of it's also longer range. Okay, we do get a more range than the melee attack. So you know what? There is, and it's definitely safer. Yeah, I don't want to increase the damage further. If anything, I want to decrease it more. 40. Looking good. Okay, I think then our piercing is good. Let's double check that this is all working. Yep, and then if we give ourselves piercing. He goes through it. Excellent. Okay. Okay, so we're good. So now we have multi-head working. Hey, Leo, welcome in. How's it going? Doing well. You trace the voice to face animation in MetaHuman. It's actually decent. Voice to face animation? Like you don't even face cap? You just give it a voice and it just animates how it thinks, like through AI and stuff? Having no mocap or animation knowledge? Not bad. Literally using just audio. I would be curious. I haven't even seen a demo of this. First I'm hearing of it. The first thing that already comes to my mind, what happens when you try to say the same line, but like you want it to be like, but you say it in a sad way, or in a happy way, or in a goofy way, or in a, because that's the big one, right? Does the emotion somehow transfer? Because if it just does a generic, animation without any control, then it's a fun gimmick, but not usable in practice. Doesn't get the P's and T's correct for some of the O sounds. No facial expressions or wrinkles. There's some eye scrunches and other minor effects. Oh, okay. So it doesn't... Okay. Then it's... Yeah, okay. Fun little, like, demo. Like, oh, look at what we can do. But in practice, not usable in any production. Or in most production. Let me rephrase that. There's definitely some production that will work. T's and O's. You meant for the lip shape? Yeah, that's an O especially is a big one. If you can't do an O is big. Because a lot of, like, most words is like, are this, like, just open the mouth. But O is like, is visually very different. Yeah, but games have evolved to have good lip sync these, right? When you think of like a AA to AAA game, you expect good lip sync. Obviously, you're not making that level of a game, but I'm just saying, right? So productions of that caliber cannot use it for it. They still have to do everything. If you're an indie company, this is good enough. I mean, the word indie has lost meaning over the years, right? Larian Studios is indie. They made Baldur's Gate 3. Right? The definition of indie meant that you have no publisher. You're indie. You're independent. That's what indie means or meant. But are you going to compare, Baldur's Gate 3 to the game you're making and say they're both indie, right? Indie means small company in terms of people size? But then, okay, what if you hire contractors? You don't have a big company, but you hire contractors to help out. Like, you get somebody to just do a character here, someone to do this there, do this there. They're not hired full time. You're still a small company in terms of people. Do you see where it's become so difficult to define indie? Because, like, solo devs still a lot of solo devs subcontract stuff, but they still call themselves solo devs. They make the game solo, even though they didn't make the game solo. They had some help. They just didn't have full-time help. It's all very difficult to say because no one has given a new redefinition of it, and the current definition doesn't work with the new standard. It definitely used to be the case, right? Indie meant small company, absolutely, because no one could have a budget of a AAA, and these days AAA games have budgets that just make no sense. and yet the work doesn't show for it, but that's a different story. And so the lower end or the higher end indie has moved up, right? Because of it. Hey, Michael, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Solo dev is a subcategory of indie. Indie is independent, not owned by. Yeah, that's why I was explaining earlier. Yep. It just means not. That's why Baldur's Gate 3 is. Yeah, I literally said those words just like a little bit, just like a few minutes ago, Michael. So I know you say your 2 cents, but they were my 2 cents a bit ago too. So don't worry. We're thinking the same thing. What powers do we use to do? Great minds think alike, I guess so. You know what I always say also regarding that? I always say, yeah, but you know, so do the dead. Basically, people who don't think also think alike. So is that a good thing? Because if two people don't think about something, or they're just dead, so they can't think, and technically they're thinking alike. Just saying that, you know, people always say, "Oh yeah, great minds think alike," but they're technically speaking, it's not just the great minds that think alike. Everyone going down also thinks alike. In which case, that is no longer a standard by which to say it is a good idea. I think it's a good enough starting point if people don't have the gear for full. Yeah, absolutely. Depending on what you're doing, that's why I said for most like upper level games, it won't be good, but for like lower, like smaller projects, yeah, it'll be a good starting point. Yeah, absolutely. I think we're good on the power-ups, unless I can figure out some way. Unless I can figure out some way to do homing with it. Also, how does mini shockwave work with this? Okay, well, I just gotta know. That's this, but if I do this, oh, he doesn't get pushed away? It doesn't work with that. Right, because I don't have that set up. I almost feel like that's a good thing, because that would make things very difficult. If it was... I think we won't have it work with it. It's just to figure out if you can make it work for a custom mesh. Because if it works with face control rig, it should be in theory work for other meshes. Yeah, theoretically, it just relies on a rig, right? So if the rig works, like especially if you reuse the rig, it will it should work. Yeah. Straight up. Oh, you know what we haven't adjusted for? Cleave. That's actually one we haven't adjusted for. Cleave. Or increased radius. Where is it? We've increased radius. Increased the radius of auras. Oh, I've changed it to be just auras, so we're not doing that. But where's cleave? Killing strike, last stand, speed boost, damage boost, cleave. Increase attack radius by 75% up, or that's the highest. So really, it could be up to, you know, all of this. So we need to change this to have an effect. Currently, it doesn't. Hey, Nathan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I'll show you. Oh, here. Here? Wait. Oh, I renamed it. I forgot to rename it. Yeah, here, there. Here's the ability, the name, the description, how much he gets at different tiers. Set up with variables.
Pausing for ads.
And then it has all the information. I can increase the cost of something. I can choose the tier. I can give it a tag. I can make it give it keywords. Yep. All control through a data table. And I use that data table to then load everything. Nice and simple. I mean, I say simple, but simple now. Really didn't used to be simple. Have you used data assets? I originally, I think, started with data assets on this one, and then I realized that it just, for this, it just didn't make sense. Like, it became, I would need to store a bunch of data assets. Yeah, it just became more of a mess for me. I wanted to just edit it in one place. You like my April Fool's video? Thank you. The joke is no one watches it. That's I always expect that for the devlogs. Yeah, almost no one watches those. Only difference you know, as of now, is data assets allow you to update the data and have built-in logic. Yeah. Yeah, but also if you want to, I'm gonna have over 100 power-ups, not including active items and things like that. And if you can't just, like, a data table, I can just look and quickly, like, update the values all really quickly. If I want to do that on a data asset thing, then I have to have, you know, over 100 actors in this folder, and then I need to open them, and then I need to modify it, right? A little more of a pain in the ass, but it's fine. Like, it gives you other pluses. Like, right now, like, the variables that I need for all of this stuff is stored in an actor component. They could be stored in a data asset, right? Instead. Again, plus or minuses, neither one is perfect. Let's have a data table of data assets. Why not have data assets of data tables as well? Oh, that'd be funny. Let's close some stuff. Okay, so we need to have this work with cleave. So let's do another check tag. Cleave. Should be all I need. So for cleave, we wanted to well, I want to do bigger traces, right? Effectively. So do a select here. And we're doing cleave. Let's do 75 and 50. Well, hold on. No. We need to do it based off of the value. Where's cleave? Yeah, it does it based off of a percentage. So what we need to do is the player ref get AC abilities, get cleave, divide by 100 because I'm storing it as actual value of a percent, and then we do this is it trace radius, so that's gonna do that, and this multiplies. Oh no, multiply. This needs to then add one. Right? Yeah. Okay. Why did I close it again? Because this would be at 75% increased. So yep. It'll be 1 plus 0.75. And that is the correct one. Okay. So here we want to do collapse to function. This is going to be cleave radius. Pure. Don't need here. Do you want it here though? So this is going to be our actual damage. Damage radius. Now damage radius is only 150 on this, but that's fine. It's not meant to be a wide area. So that's am I the only one that actually prefers the regular select versus just like the select float or whatever it is? Because this one just gives me true or false. It doesn't say pick A, right? Like I used it here. It's like this one just says pick A. And then it's okay, A. Well, like this one, not only can I just swap it out for something else later on, it just says true or false. Which is, I feel like usability wise, this is just better. I mean, maybe I'm wrong on that, but I much prefer just the general select node than this. They both taste good. Mostly the main select tastes better. Tastes best. Why are you eating nodes? ADAB? Why are you eating the nodes? And do they taste good? Yummy nodes, yeah. They're crunchy, that's why. I mean, crunchy is good. Everyone likes a good crunch. Except people with no teeth. I can imagine they don't like a crunch. Okay, so that should fix the fix that. So now if we did a little test here, we did a just a little for duration trace. Okay, so that's the radius normally. And if we decleave, if I remember where it was, or what it looked like, because I just don't use these very often. Where's cleave? Ah, right next to damage boost. Cleave. If I had all of them, that didn't affect it at all. Why? That wasn't bigger. Is my math wrong? That was done. Pressing false, yeah. Print string. Please print me this number. Thank you. $150. Why? Why 150? Why this no work? Give me cart cleave. Is it not working anymore? $150. And it's 4. Wait, what? I'm sorry, what? Is cart cleave printing 4? No. Why does the math not make sense to me today? Why am my brain not braining? $150. So it is at 150. Yeah. So mathematically, it should be 150% higher. So get that back. So then the math should check out, because it should be then 1.5 plus 1, which would be 2.5. 2.5 times the damage radius. Yeah, no, that's true. What's the radius? Is it working? It's just not be able to tell? We're at 150. And then we do the cleave. How are we still at 150? Why is it no matter what I do, it's still 150? Is it even detecting cleave? Maybe it's not detecting cleave. I might not be adding the tag. I might not be adding the tag. I probably am not adding the tag. That's why. I probably, in my rework, I probably changed it that I don't add the tag. Let's just fix that real quick. Yeah, if you don't do data actors, then you have to do this basically. But then you get the other benefits. It's again not ideal. Leviathan. It's fine. Hey, it's organized. I was looking for cleave. There. Yeah, so I just don't add the data tag here. That's why I wasn't doing it. I have not found a better alternative, Leo. Honestly, I want to change it the way it is, but this happened after I set up multiple tiers of cards. They need to stack together, and I have not figured out. No one is giving me a single solution that is like, oh yeah, just do this, and it's simple, and you don't have to do that. No one's giving me a solution. There was one guy that was like so adamant about me changing my entire thing for some reason to like all abilities to become on a single function that is just like the king all function. What is the problem? It's not a problem. It's just a visual thing, right? It'd be nice not to have it as a big switch statement, but it's not a big deal. Let's be realistic here. Oh, okay. So now it's hitting the ground. So we cannot, this can't scale that much. So on this one, I actually don't want to use this cleave radius on that. I just want to do 50 and maybe 75. Because otherwise it doesn't work. Yeah, switch your gameplay tag. Exactly. That's what I'm using. It's exactly what I'm using. A good old switch on gameplay tag. Can I not? Okay, fine. So this one has to be 50. Oh, I do say the damage radius increases. Not the hit radius. Oh, it says attack radius. Okay, so... Okay, there you go. That works now. With cleave. I think I need to basically raise it up as well. You need some time, your brain will overthink a solution that will work. So here's the problem that I have basically. I have multiple tiers of cards, right? Right. So let's say I have health up here, right? Health up, restore 25% and increase max health by 25, increase max health by 50, increase max health by 75. These stack. So that means I need to, for every single card, no matter what it is, I need to store either the highest version of it or the combined version of it. So I need to have at least one variable per card that stores it, right? And then the problem with that is that means I can't just be like, oh, here's the gameplay tag, and then okay, and here's the info, do your thing, because I need to create a variable and tell it to set that specific variable so I can later get that specific variable wherever I need it, right? So some of them have like this one has every 50 seconds to gain 5 seconds. So this one has 2 variables associated with these cards. And because of that, I have to use something like a switch where I have to tell it which one or which variables to set, and then give me the gameplay tag or not. And obviously I have some of them are more advanced and I actually have functionality along with it, like the multi-hit, right, is a whole extra thing. So like some of them make sense, but other ones like the health up is literally just like adding up variables and setting it. But because I need to store it for everything, yeah. Is always multiplies on a number, or does it have varying? Everything is different. It depends. Like these increase, so these are pluses. This is also a plus. They stack. This one just gets overridden by whatever's the highest one. Increased radius gets chosen the highest one is, you keep the highest one. This one, any unstackable one, you basically keep the highest version. The stackable ones are, this is more, so these are increased between themselves, so you get up to 25% more damage. So there's a few versions of them, but either way, like I need to store that number right somewhere so I can get that specific number easily. So that means each one has to have at least one variable off of it, and you specify which variable. A stack as in like this is a 5%, 10%, 50%. They stack as in 5 plus 10 plus 15 if I do all 3. So I can have any combination of 3 or all 3 together. Like any combination I want. I can have a last one and a first one. I can have a middle one and a left one. I can have a left one, right one. It doesn't matter. So that's why I can't be like, oh yeah, I have, game tag damage boost A and damage boost B. I mean, I could do that, but then I triple for 100 power-ups plus more. I would have like 300 gameplay tags. It would be insane. So you have 3 times 15 or 3 times 10? What do you mean? Oh, like, no, I can't have, no. At most, you'll have 1 of each card in your deck. You'll never have 3 level 1s. You'll only have 1, 1, 1 at most in your deck. No. Like 1, 1, 1 cleave. That's the most you'll ever have. You'll never have more than that. Now, these cards can become corrupted, and you theoretically could get 3 identical corrupted versions of a card. Yes, that is a possibility. So theoretically, if you got the corrupted version, which is the 25% boost, you can get 75% by stacking 3 corrupted versions of the cards. Yes, which is a separate tier than any of these. You see why I can't just be like, oh yeah, I have a gameplay tag, because what if I want to add, another tier, and then another 100 gameplay tags, right? And then it becomes such a mess to manage. So yeah, it's the best option I got. It is what it is. Yeah, we work with what we got. Can you go from tier 1 to tier 3 directly? Yeah, you can do whatever you want. No, when you activate them, no, you can do whatever you want. You can do only tier 1. You can do only tier 3. You can do tier 1, tier 3, tier 2. You can do whatever order you want. And then they can become, again, corrupted cards if you buy them from the shop, which is another tier entirely with another value. All of that is dynamically controlled. Yeah. So that's why I have to do math and then set the specific variable for each thing. And because that's why I have a giant switch statement, because each one has to set a different variable and I need to do math on it. Like the alternative would be have done a whole data actor version instead of a data table version, but that runs into more headaches. I didn't like the data actor version at the beginning, and when I swapped to data tables, it was just so much easier and cleaner. Everything's just simpler with data tables. So, yeah. If you think of a option, I'll hear you out gladly. But yeah, I've not been able to figure out any possible way to simplify it because of all the stuff I said. It's like progressively going from tier 1 to 3 and gets upgraded, then you could have just a base value that got multiplied by the tier level. Yeah, but then, yeah, that's not an option for me either, because I specify the values per tier. And if I want to do a balancing later, I can specifically make tier 3 10 times more, 10 times less. Each one is not... I made them linear right now, but I could make it the next one, instead of 25, 50, 75, I can make it 25, 26, 50. If I feel like it. If balance-wise, for whatever reason, that makes sense, right? So they can't do just basic math. It has to get the value and set the values, based on the actual information. So, yeah. No getting out of it. Yeah. At that point, you use curves? Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. That's why would you use curves? Just have the values. You don't need... You got the values. I don't know. The curves won't solve the problem of needing... a switch statement, right? You still need to tell it which curve to use, then. Yeah. I can't imagine the pain of setting it up in curves, dear God. So. Anyway. There's a puzzle for you if you want to try to figure out, like, a good, usable, workable way of making that switch statement go away. I'm down to hear it, but it has to be not like you can do it, but it has to be like, oh yeah, this is usable and right, something you'd want to do. That isn't gonna, make yourself feel like you shot yourself in the foot just to remove a switch statement that doesn't really matter much. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific. And we'll continue then. Check out my April Fool's video. The definitely April Fool's video. There's definitely an April Fool's joke in there. You should watch it till the end to make sure you don't miss it. Absolutely. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.